Hello everyone, it's Tedious here, back with another Fortnite storyline video on the channel. I don't know why, it feels weird to say. I've been doing all these Destiny videos, only 2 of them, but I have a lot of them pre-recorded. I haven't actually recorded a voiceover in a little bit, but it's all good, we're here now. And I'm going to give you another theory. A lot of them have been week recaps, just news videos, updates on Fortnite mares, but this is a full story theory video, so we're all good, we're back on it. If you guys enjoyed this video in any way at all, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment what you think of the video. If it's negative, there's no point. If you're just saying that some of my theories are BS or whatever, I don't see a point in doing that. So, take it how you want to, and keep it to yourself if it's negative, because, yeah. Anyways, without further ado, don't feel pressured to subscribe, because you don't have to, but if you want to, you can go ahead, because you'll get more content just like this video if you enjoy it. So let's hop right into it, with the fact and the main topic of the video being that NPCs are hiding something from us. They have access to something that is insane. A player has never had full access to it. We've never been able to see it before until we figured this out in the theorist community. Man, I love all these theorists. They're so nice people. They're so good and smart people with discovering this. And I love being in this community. So, let's get into the truth about the NPCs and what the truth of where they are, what they've been seeing, and what they're not telling us. So, NPCs, they're an interesting touch that was added to Fortnite in Chapter 2, Season 5. You can trade with them, talk to them, sell things to them, and even face them off in battles to win weapons. And the weird thing is that you can interact with them and talk to them, but it's in like a weird text way. And, you know, in the loop, you can't remember things and you can't talk, and it doesn't make sense because we can still kind of talk to them with this text, because in many quests we've talked to them in very different ways, and it's really, really weird. So we're going to be looking at everything to do with that today. So yeah, let's get into where the NPCs are from and why this might affect why they're acting in such a weird way. Okay, there are 3 types of the Fortnite Islands. Yes, I know there's a lot more of Fortnite Islands, there's like millions of them where every single Battle Royale match happens, but in the types of islands, there's 3. These islands, I guess you could call them, there's the fractured loop type, there's only 1 of them, and that is where the impostors mode takes place, I guess. Now you might be like, oh yeah, many different impostors game modes take place at the same time. It's because every type of island, there's going to be multiple versions of it. I know that I said there's only 1 of them, because there's only 1 island that the IO operates on, from the underground at least. But yeah, so this one, the fractured loop, as I call it, is the one where imagined order operate, the one where impostor mode takes place, and the one where, you know how imposters mode, if you die, you turn into a ghost. The one where if you die, you turn into a ghost. Okay, the next one is the main island, where in the Batman comics, every character could just talk and explore the comics. So it's basically just the island with no loop. And then, of course, there's the looped islands. You know, the ones that we play on, die on, win on, etc. Rage on, whatever. The one that we drop into and enjoy every day is the looped islands. Yup, those are the 3 Fortnite island types, and I'll explain why they're quite important. And maybe where the NPCs are from as well. And honestly, it reveals a whole lot about their storyline and their truth. So let's get right into where they could be from out of these 3 island types. The first islands that we're going to be talking about, and sort of the ones that we play on every single day, are the looped islands. First of all, the NPCs, straight away, they cannot be originally from these islands, because they couldn't be on every single island at the same time. If they were originally just from one of the looped islands. Also, they can talk, they can remember things, and you might say, yeah, but when we talk to them, we can talk and remember things. Listen, there's a reason to that, but they're not from the Battle Royale islands. They could be from the main island, but let's go over a few reasons as to why they couldn't be on that. Well, they couldn't be on the main island with no loop, because when you kill them, they turn to a ghost. And as we know from the Batman comics, when he's on this main island, when you kill people, like Fishstick died, they're dead for good. That's it. No one respawns, no one gets taken back into a cycle of fighting. You're gone. Fully, that snapshot of you, it's gone from existence. Now let's go into the final version, the fractured loop, and why the NPCs are actually probably from this island. Well, they are from this island. Let's get into why. The impostors mode takes place on this island, and in both of these cases, you know, when you kill an NPC, the character dies and they turn to a ghost. When you kill someone in the impostors mode, they die and turn into a ghost, and it says they're trapped between realities. Now, what's this loop called? The fractured loop. It's like, we know it's a middle ground between the main island and the looped islands. If when this happens to you, you're trapped between realities and you're a ghost, doesn't that make a lot of sense? I mean, so yeah, they're from the fractured loop, they're from the world where the IO operates, and here's a full explanation to it, so it all makes sense. Okay, so they're from the same island as the imagined order operates from, but how could that even be possible? I mean, wouldn't the IO just, like, remove them from existence as soon as they figured the whole thing out? Well, yes, they would 100% do that, because they have that power. But the IO operate from the island's sort of underground tech. Sorry, I mixed the word under and islands there. Just a little mess up, sorry, I haven't recorded in a minute. But that explains why the imposters mode isn't actually happening on the Fortnite map. And sure, you know, that clears a few bits and pieces up of the story, but how come they can talk in some form if they're talking to us, and how come they're from the fractured loop but they still appear on our islands? Well, that is because everything that happens there also happens on every looped island. Now, this would make sense as how when the IO changed something, it happens straight away on the island. When the cube moves on the original island, on all of the cloned islands it happens, and this also explains what happened with the butterfly, how it saved us, sent us to another reality with different possibilities, because when the loop is paused or offline, as we see in the imposters mode, it just makes things from the fractured loop not take effect on the other islands, I guess. I mean, maybe the main island is frozen. I highly doubt it. I think they're all connected islands, just clones of each other. But that's not the point. Everything happens that is also on our island because it happens on every looped island. But that's, I mean, it explains a lot, as we've said before, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, we could also figure out from this that the IO could never die, and obviously they'd want that. It also means that the NPCs are kind of like glitched and stuck in between being out of the loop and being not in the loop. I don't know how they got to this reality. I mean, maybe that's where the imposters go. I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't you think they'd just turn into ghosts? Like, it's just a simulation. I don't know, but that scene really doesn't make any sense. I mean, we know, okay, they're from that world, and it doesn't explain, I mean, it explains a fair bit, right? But it doesn't explain how we can talk to them while we know that the imagined order, you know, like, are looking over us, and they're wiping our memories. So how exactly can we talk to them from within the loop when they're not in the loop? And we also can't talk when we're normally... It doesn't make any sense, but I'll explain it to you so you get it. So yeah. Now, it is a very well-known thing. The imagined order have came up with a way to sort of project their speech through text on the fractured loop, so nothing is misunderstood. Let's say if there were IO guards scouting around the, like, underground base looking for the imposters not doing their tasks or whatever, like trying to seek out who the fake agents were, and they saw someone and they had to, like, arrest them or whatever, they could let everyone know by when they spoke, it would, like, appear on a device at the, like, bottom of their suit or whatever, or the bottom of, like, their face shield for the guards. So basically, everything that they say, it's picked up by, like, text somehow. It's like they have their own built-in subtitle system that automatically reads it. I mean, it's possible. A lot of people have subtitles, like, on, I think there's a way to do it on Zoom meetings now, so it's basically like that. But, obviously, they can also show it to us because we're in a simulation. They can easily modify it just like we're in a game, because we are in a game. But let's show proof that this can actually happen in our world, and not just in the fractured loop. Well, for example, in Operation Skyfire, the whole event was talked out through text and voices at the bottom of the screen. It is likely that the NPCs are probably talking to us with their voices from their world. It's just we can't hear it because we can't hear voices and we can't speak. And you might be like, well, how did we hear the visitor's voice in the tapes and the scientist's voice? Well, that is because that was a tape. That's not directly to him. You might say, how did we hear Slone's voice? Well, that is because Slone was within the loop speaking somehow. I have no idea how, or she was on a looped island with her memory. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it might sound crazy, but the IO can do whatever the hell they want. They own the loop. So both worlds are exactly the same, and we sort of just get forced into their world, or the NPCs' world, when we interact with them. Basically, the NPCs are stuck in between being out of the loop and not being out of the loop. It's like maybe they were about to escape and then they didn't, and the IO stopped them. So let me just give you a full recap of the theory to end the video off. In the storyline, there are 3 versions of the Fortnite Islands. There's one of them where if you die, you turn to a ghost and just teleport back to normality when you're ready, and that's where these characters called NPCs on the island are from. They interact with loopers by using the Imagined Order's secret services, because the Order has everything they've said whilst guiding a mission turned into, like, projected at the bottom of the mask into text, so agents can see and hear what their task is, so there's no confusion, so the Order all runs smoothly. And since players cannot hear voices of people directly, or like they're talking the loop or whatever, they can't do any of that. They just see the text of people within that other island. You may think, I mean, but we heard the scientist's voice within his tapes, as we've gone over. Yes, that wasn't directly from him, that was a tape. So, yeah, they're trapped between realities, they're trying to talk to us, but we can only see what they're saying, we can't hear it, because whenever something is said, it's like turned into subtitles, and I have no idea how it works, but that's the theory, and that's the truth, and that's what the NPCs have been hiding from us. They've been hiding the truth. They're on the Imagined Order's Operation Island. They should be able to see everything that's going on. I mean, maybe there's a reason they're not telling us. Do they not trust us? I mean, I don't know, but this is really causing some confusion with character development in the storyline. Character development. That's not even a word, tedious. Anyways, I am decaying fast. I need to take a break from recording. I've been doing it for about 13 minutes now, but I've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment your thoughts on the video. Again, if they're negative, there's no reason for it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day or night wherever you are. I'm Tedious. You're watching my channel, and peace out. Have a good one. Bye.